horses and trained them, and I was a racehorse rider until I got too big, and then I worked on the plantation. I was through Kentucky and Tennessee on races, and after that, I came home and was a hostler. And then he put me to work at the shoemaker's trade. I learned the trade and made shoes for the family there, and I resided there until the war. I made shoes for the family and the neighbors and took care of horses. After I got all through with the races, I got married and we lived on the plantation. War broke out and Wilson took the Democratic and, of course, the rebel side. He didn't go to war. He was too old, but his oldest boy, Jimmy, about 21 or 22 years, went and was wounded at Shiloh and came back home. He never got well, and in a couple of years, he died of consumption. He enlisted right at the start of the war. I stayed with my old boss till 64. I left home in 1864 on the 4th of July. Lincoln hadn't freed the slaves yet at that time. We just pulled out and went anyhow. Our bosses were bitter against us going to war, and the Yankees had put guards at all the railroad stations to keep the rebels from getting us back until we could get to headquarters. Well, I'll tell you, it was funny. In one case, we laid at the depot, and the guard was there to keep the Johnnies from taking us and getting us away from them. We had no trouble. There were 36 went away when I did. We went to Bowling Green on the 3rd and to Louisville on the 4th of July. We held out pretty well. We went with the intention of going or dying on the road. We had only one who got into trouble, a fellow by the name of Gatewood. He had a man there, so there was a slave owner named Gatewood who had a slave who was trying to join the war, to leave at the depot. He had a man there, and he came after him, and the soldiers kept him from getting him, and he laid around there until train time, and he said he was going to take his slave back home with him. And when he made a charge to take his slave home, the guard popped a bayonet into his thigh and pushed him off the platform. That scared all the balance of the rebels away, and we didn't have no more trouble. They all left.